Hey folks, Barry here, how you doing? So today I want to talk to you about a few mistakes I've made. Now I'm not talking about the videos, God knows I made enough of them, but what I mean is mistakes that I've made and learned from along the course of my involvement in the hobby. Okay, now these are in no particular order, there's going to be 5 of them. I don't know, there's no one trumps another, it's just 5 mistakes that I've learned from. First one is not belonging to a gaming group. I kind of regret that I have not had an opportunity to join a gaming group, and I can't because of my work schedule and life commitments and other things. But if I had, it would help me in not only buying for myself, my game collection here, but experiencing new games and games with other people. Like I said, unfortunately, my life just doesn't allow that. Maybe one day, we'll see. Another one would be being bit by the cult of the new thing. As you can see, this collection's pretty big for being in it 2 years or a year and a half, whatever I've been in it. But it took me a while to learn what I like and do not like in gaming. Okay, that's part of the reason why the collection is so big. But other than that, I think I should have slowed down on the purchasing the games and enjoyed one game longer than I have. Instead of just buying 2 or 3 or 4 at a time, buy one and then play that to. I don't think I can get anything out of it. I mean, granted, doing this channel has changed my buying habits a little bit. I buy some specifically to do for this channel, and then, some for my immediate play group, my wife, my sister, myself, and then some for people outside of that. So, that's got some play in it, but for the most part, it's, if I see something I like, I buy it. Which leads me into the next one. Another mistake I may have made is not doing as much research as I could have on a game before I purchased it. I'm a sucker for a theme, and that's, if it's got a nice theme and the components are nice and pretty, I'm going to buy it. Now, I watch reviewers and people do the playthroughs, just like many of you do. And the guys, especially the guys who do the playthroughs, are not going to waste all that time on a game they do not like. It's that simple. I mean, there's a lot of time and effort that goes into these videos. They're not going to waste it on a game that they do not like at all. Granted, some people do it with games that they're lukewarm about, or they could find something in the game that they do like. They enjoy themselves overall in the game. It's not their favorite, but it's something that they do enjoy. But people will not do a review like this, a playthrough review on a game that they hate. It's that simple. Now, as for the reviewers, most of the guys who do the reviews are the same way. They're not, they don't want to say negative things about games. Because it is somebody's baby. It's something that these people spend a lot of time and effort into. Granted, there are others and reviewers that will, but for the most part, a lot of people will not waste their time on a game that they dislike. Alright? So, I have a couple of reviewers that I watch religiously, and I find that my tastes are similar to those, and I listen to them quite a bit. I read some of their written reviews and all that on Board Game Geek too. Now, when I first got into the hobby, not so much. And again, like I said, it took me a while to figure out what games I did and did not like. So, if I were to do it again, I would have spent a little more time on the research department. Okay, another one is getting to know your gaming group, their likes, their dislikes, not trying to rush them. You know, throughout this time involved in the hobby, I've learned Jen likes certain things and she doesn't like certain things. You know, Jen's not into anime. You know, chibis. She's not into that. You know, she likes tile placement and puzzle games and worker placement games. You know, and she doesn't like longer games. I, on the other hand, don't mind longer games. But early on, I tried to play games that maybe the group wasn't ready for. Battlestar Galactica is an example. Arkham Horror is another example. You know, these were just longer games that I don't think the group was ready for in certain instances. The game didn't hold their attention in other instances, you know. And you would think I learned, but I didn't. I bought Eldritch Horror, the same thing, you know, as Arkham Horror. It's a longer game. It's a specific theme that not everybody likes. Yeah, but it's okay. I play them solo. I don't, you know, that doesn't really bother me. So that's another thing I learned. Get to know your group. Don't try and push them too far, too fast, you know. And finally, ask questions. Most of the reviewers or any of the hobby entities you see on YouTube or on Board Game Geek, writing blogs or whatever, they'll answer your questions. They're only more than happy to interact with you. You know, I myself have asked different reviewers different things, and they're always quick to answer me. And myself, you know, you shoot me an email or leave a comment on YouTube, I'll answer you. You know, may not be right away because of my schedule and all that, but as soon as I can, I usually do. You know, I mean, and if these guys don't get it back to you right away, you know, they do have lives. Most of us work full-time jobs, you know, and family and stuff like that. Give us a little time, you know. But this is a social media. This is a social hobby. And, you know, part of that is interacting with people. You know, that's one of the reasons we do it, is to interact with you, the viewers. And, you know, quite frankly, I enjoy the interaction I have. I mean, some of it's taken me by surprise. Some of the emails I've gotten recently, you know, people thanking me for showing them how to play a game, or, you know, sit down with their family to play a certain type of game. Or one guy had this life-altering disease and thanked me for showing him how to play a game solo because he couldn't get out to a gaming group. Yeah. So during the interaction, we both kind of take something from it, you know. And it's a byproduct of this I was not expecting. I mean, it's rewarding in a way I wasn't expecting, and it's humbling in a way I wasn't expecting. But it is a byproduct of doing this that I was not expecting at all. And I thank you for that. Yeah. So that's pretty much it, you know. There's other things I learned along the way. You know, my wife is always the werewolf, even when she's not the werewolf. My sister is a very good werewolf. I suck as a werewolf. Never win as a werewolf. Always getting killed. If you sit down with a game with pretty much anybody, it'll open them up. You know, it's a better icebreaker than anything you can think of, in my opinion. So, you know, that being said, get gaming, have fun, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.